Arena on the campus of North Central College. Tonight's non-conference women's basketball games between the University of Dubuque Spartans and your North Central College Cardinals. This time, Mr. Please rise, face the flag above the west end of the court as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, the visiting Spartans from the University of Dubuque. Starting on the guard line are 5'2" senior number 1, Abby Meyer. A 5'10" freshman guard, number 11, Tanaje Robinson. The other guard, a 5'7" junior, number 15, Madison Moore. A 1 forward, a 6' senior, number 21, Allie Beermeyer. And the other forward, a 6' sophomore, number 42, Morgan Moore. The Spartans are coached by Mark Moll, assisted by Justin Smith, Jenna Covis, and Wayne Jens.
Trying to find its footing in 2017, North Central hosts the University of Dubuque. Cardinals and Spartans on NCTV 17. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Kevin Jackman alongside Zach Bucher. 10 minutes up on the clock, a fresh scoreboard. The Cardinals are 1-7 this season. They hope that this game can go their way, but it's been tough sledding. They have won one. That was against Carthage College in an overtime affair, but they've dropped 2 games since. What have you seen from this North Central team that gives you hope moving forward that maybe they can take down the Spartans team that enters in their own struggling season 2-7?
Well, one thing that the Cardinals have done over the last couple games, despite only scoring an average of 45 points per game in the last couple, they've been working the ball down low a lot more. You've seen a lot of good play out of Lindsey Brennan, who just drove to the basket. And you're seeing a lot of good things starting to wind up in the cog and the machine that is the North Central Cardinals.
Like you mentioned, Lindsey Brennan right off the opening gun gets into the lane and draws a foul. Here's the first foul shot, and it's good. The starting five for North Central: Mason Whipple, the senior from Byron, Illinois, starts at the point guard position. Lindsey Brennan at the shooting guard position. She drains a pair. Paige Dessenberg will be the 3. She's a freshman from Warsaw, Indiana. Cardinals pressuring off the first possession for Dubuque. Shot missed underneath. The second follow-up no good either. And the rebound pulled down by Tanaje Robinson. Into the high post. Morgan Bohr down low. Robinson tracks it down to the corner, throws it right to Lindsey Brennan. The Cardinals have numbers if they continue to run. Brennan into the lane, kicks, swung around. Dessenberg, an open 3 from the wing is good. Beautiful ball movement in open transition.
And that's what they got to do and capitalize early on here in the game. They've done a lot of it lately, is good ball movement in transition, and it gets them good open looks that they can capitalize on.
Spartans get it up the floor and allow Bohr to draw the foul. Morgan Bohr, a sophomore. Madison Bohr is a junior. And both on the floor right now, the starting five for the Spartans. Fans continue to trickle into Murner Fieldhouse. It is D-term on the campus of North Central. The student body is not here, but a good turnout nonetheless. Into the high post, swung around, and it's into the hands of Dimitrova for 3. Almost banked it home, and it's Robinson on the board. 8:40 to play, first quarter. Madison Bohr can't hit, and UD continues to go scoreless from the floor. Whipple uses a screen over to Brennan. Back to Whipple. Whipple pulls for 3, knocks it through.
And this is something with the Cardinals offense that makes them a little deadly, is when they are making their shots, they can score in spurts like this, and it's something they struggled with the last couple of games, so we'll see if this game is much different if they can make their shots.
Defensively, they've also clamped down. Dessenberg has already hit once. That one's off the target. Nearly banked it home, spun around the rim, and here comes Dubuque. Mason Whipple shooting around 33% on the season from the three-point line as Morgan Bohr drains a 15-footer. Dubuque set to check in 5 new players, taking a page out of North Central's old book. Brennan has it poked away. 2-on-1. Maya Wall's the only Cardinal back, and forces a tough shot, but converting on the other end is Abby Meyer, a 5'2" senior who's having quite the season.
Yeah, she's someone that the Cardinals are really going to have to key in on defense, as she's averaging 17.2 points per game on the season.
Almost got an assist there as well. The missing is Bohr. Now Whipple on the near side wing. Gets her right back, goes over to Walls. 6:48 to play first quarter. Walls has it knocked out of her hands, and it's last touched by the University of Dubuque. And 10 players check into the game. Both starting fives will make their way off the floor. That is something you hardly ever see on a basketball court.
Be interesting to see how these second units react to playing against another second unit. Usually you have about 1 or 2 starters kind of thrown in there.
Hard to make the case for momentum in a basketball game when a full 10 players come in. Sierra O'Neal, a 3, is off the mark. And the follow-up from Vickus draws a foul. Cardinals come out with Dolly, Vickus, Calicott, Braun, and O'Neal. looks like the University of Dubuque is going to be keen on keeping their players fresh against the relatively up-tempo attack from North Central.
Yeah, very fast and furious approach here to the start of the game for the Cardinals, and so far it's paid off for them. This is one of the earlier leads that we've seen all season from the Cardinals.
9-4 the advantage, 6:37 to go. Opening quarter, Calicott with the slate. And the Cardinals playing tic-tac-toe into the hands of Braun. Braun, Vickus. Over to Dolly, swung to O'Neal. On the wing, left the basketball behind and now scoops it over to Vickus. 10 on the shot clock for Braun, the freshman. Gives to Dolly, kicks to O'Neal. O'Neal sidesteps, jacks a three, off the mark. Rebound being tapped around into the hands of Calicott, throws it out, and the Cardinals will reset.
Good job there by Vickus to battle for that offensive rebound and get her team another possession.
Braun tried to scoop and score, couldn't get it up. Kennedy Collins ahead of the pack. Her shot misses. Vickus the rebound. Kennedy gets it right back. Spins into the lane, left-handed shot left short.
Nice try there, but unfortunately it was a 4-on-1, so nice effort, but should have brought it out.
Rebound brought down by Allie Roach, thrown ahead and off the mark. And a substitution, make that two of them for North Central. Mason Whipple and Andrea Dickerson check into the game. Riley Anderson in for the University of Dubuque.
Spartans taking a lot of risks here early on in the game, trying to push the tempo themselves and get some up-court passes, but it hasn't worked out so far.
O'Neal out to Whipple. Whipple will pull the three and is now 1 for 3 from behind the arc. 9-4, 5:10 to go, opening quarter. Three, near side wing, off the mark. Missed by Josie Thomas. And Whipple comes flying up the floor. Dump down low. O'Neal, a short jumper. Air mails. And the follow-up from Vickus, who continues to hover around the net, will get her to the free throw line. Cece Pope draws the foul. Pope, a Naperville North alum, and in fact her old high school coach. Jason Dykes is in attendance tonight.
Always nice to see a familiar face come back home and see that they're doing well for themselves.
Third leading scorer on this Spartans team. Misses a pair, and it remains 9-4.
And that's something that the Cardinals may have to key in on as the season progresses, because their free throw shooting has not been good early on. And even in a couple of the last games, it's really hurt them, especially late in the game.
Pope on the miss, brought down by Vickus. Whipple shovels it out, swung over to Dolly, cuts into the lane, loses the basketball, and they'll say it's last touch by a Cardinal. Vickus checks out, Dimitrova in. Long scoring drop for these two teams, 9-4. And there have been some open shots, just a lack of execution.
And that's what it really comes down to. You may get all the open looks that you want, but it's really going to come down to shot making.
Dolly the board, gets it ahead to Whipple. Dickerson thought about the three, throws it out. Dolly in the lane, short jumper, no. Dickerson the board, tipped. And the Cardinals get a chance for an open shot. O'Neal the three, good. O'Neal, one of the best three-point shooters on this club this year, 38%, and that's going north. The answer on the other end, Kennedy Collins with a three of her own. Can O'Neal hit twice in a row? I think she just answered yes.
Yeah, I would say so, and it's nice to see the Cardinals hitting early on. because it really puts the pressure on the Spartans defense to now respect that shot.
Long jumper, soft touch. Riley Anderson knocks it through. Long pass to Dimitrova, off the glass and rattles it home. Didn't it feel like just a second ago I said we were in a scoring drought?
You jinxed it in the good way.
It's the anti-jinx. No good on a quick shot attempt up the floor from Kai Dwight. Cardinals back with it. Sierra O'Neal. I thought she was going to try and pull the heat check. Dolly outside Dickerson. She's a real good shooter. Off the mark. No good. And the last touch by Dubuque. And another 9 players will check out onto the floor. .2:23 to play, first quarter. Cardinals lead 17-9 over the University of Dubuque. NCC 1-7, UD 2-7. And that one is thrown away. Braun looking for Brennan on the sideline. They couldn't connect.
And they haven't done it much early on, but they're going to have to keep the turnovers to a minimum because that's something that really hurts this Cardinals team. They'll get a couple bad turnovers, and it just starts to domino effect on them. And it can cause them to go into a lull on offense and defense.
Second team foul on North Central goes against Braun. Getting the screen is Myers, slipping into the lane and tries to step through, but the shot blocked. Gets it back. Thought she might have stepped out of bounds. Instead, she keeps the play alive. Gets it right back, drives, passes off, and a foul on Braun. That was the third foul on the team, second foul on Braun.
Returning for the Cardinals, number 3, Mason Whipple.
Tough going there in the last few minutes for Braun, who had checked in for Mason Whipple, who now comes back out onto the floor.
Yeah, and Braun has had her struggles here in the last few games, but she is only a freshman, so you expect to have your struggles, especially in your first season of college basketball. So it'll just be a learning experience for her going forward.
Michaela Reedy has checked in. She grabs the rebound and ahead to Whipple. Not a lot of room to maneuver for the senior guard. Down low, Dimitrova off Spartan's foot. Out of play. It's very congested in the lane.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like the Spartans want to allow the Cardinals to get in the paint.
No, and it forces them to take those three-point shots. They've made them early on, so it's been a benefit for them. But obviously, this Spartans team knows that they struggle with making those outside jumpers, so they're going to try and force them into taking shots that they don't make very often, which is very smart defensively.
Jump ball belongs to the Spartans.
Might be a shot clock violation. I think that's what the call was. No foul or jump ball. Cardinals with the takeaway, and they're going to call backcourt violation on Michaela Reedy, who couldn't stop her momentum from carrying her over the timeline.
That's a good defensive pressure there by the Cardinals. Just an unfortunate turn of events. Again, momentum can be useful. In that particular instance, not so much.
Robinson has it taken away. Reedy on a disadvantaged 2-on-1, tries to get it out, does. Swung around, Whipple. Deep pass, thrown off the bottom of the rim. Dimitrova cleans it up with the left hand. A sloppy play, but it works out for the Cardinals.
Yeah, good job by the Cardinals to salvage that broken play there.
3 good from Biermeyer. 7-point affair. Whipple the 3, rims around, no good. foul called on North Central. Going to the free throw line will be Madison Bohr. Two free throws coming with 28 seconds remaining first quarter.
Into the game for the Cardinals, number 5, Diamond Calicut, number 21, Sierra O'Neill, and number 42.
Frankie Pettit checks in for the first time in this contest, the freshman forward from Sturtevant, Wisconsin. Well short on the second free throw attempt. 19-13, 25 ticks left. Cardinals can hold with the shot clock being turned off.
And this is an opportunity for the Cardinals to potentially run a play that they may not very often run. You're early in the game, not much time left on the clock. See if it works for you.
Tipped, went out of bounds, 5 seconds remaining. Looked like they wanted to get Whipple an open three. Inbounded to Whipple this time. Takes the three. Off to the left. Brennan, the follow-up. They're going to wave the shot off. It wouldn't have been good even if it had gone. So at the end of one, North Central leads 19-13, an early advantage for a team that has struggled so far this year. As they aim for their second win of the season, we'll take a break. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a second on NCTV 17. Welcome back for the second quarter of play on NCTV 17. A three from Frankie Pettit. Can't connect, and it's UD picking up the board. NCC leading 19-13, a fresh 10 minutes up on the scoreboard here inside Gregory Arena. Calicut the swipe, gets up the floor, puts the shot hard off the backboard, no good. Had to slow down.
Yeah, good steal by Calicut, as just a little too excited there on that play.
Cardinal bench getting into it, pounding the floor. Three in the key called on the Spartans.
Not something we've seen from the Cardinals at all this season. Playing a little bit of sixth man defense.
Very loud and distracting over there in that corner.
And so far, it's gotten them a turnover.
1 for 1. Whipple stutter steps outside Brennan. Brennan near side, Sierra O'Neill back to Whipple at the top. Half the amount of shot clock left. Down low, Calicut passes out of a triple team. O'Neill a three and leaves it short, and a foul away from the ball. And it's Calicut who draws it.
Cardinals Calicut for first team foul, second quarter. Wholesale line change to the Spartans.
8:38 to play. Second quarter inside Gregory Arena. Long pass. A quick change of directions from Lexi Daniels, who goes to the middle of the floor. And the jumper rolls around, but no good for Allie Roach. Vickus with the quick three. Both teams silent from the floor, and a travel called on Dwight.
Returning for the girls, number 30, Maya Wallace.
Three from Brennan. Off the mark. Walls battling for the board. Big collision. She hops into the lane. Fouled on her way to the rim. Coach Mark Knoll just puts up both hands. Didn't agree with that call. A lot of contact on that attempt for the rebound.
Yeah, a lot of contact on the rebound and maybe a little too much contact on the shot attempt. But from here, it looked like a lot of ball on that block attempt. But the Cardinals, they'll take the free throws.
Problem is they only hit half of them. That's true here. 50.7% this season from the charity stripe. Walls bats it to Vickus. Whipple outside Brennan, wide open for three. Cannot connect. And the ball flutters into the hands of Daniels. Blocked on the other end by Whipple. Underneath the basket, Cardinals force a bad shot and take it away. What a block from Whipple, and in the open floor, it's a foul on Dwight.
Good defense so far for the Cardinals here in this game, and it's a nice change of pace from what they've been doing so far this season.
Also number 12,
just 13 points given up, 7:30 to play, second quarter. No points in the second quarter, by the way.
Opponents averaging 75 points per game against the Cardinals, so it's a real good sign of things to come here in this game.
Jess Dowley with the basketball over the Dessenberg. Maya Walls on the wing. Whipple, floater, too strong. Battle for it on the floor. CeCe Pope dives on top of it. Whistles blow and a jump ball called. Dubuque will have the basketball. Three. Banked and no good. Shot missed by Collins. And here come the Cardinals. Up by 7, 6:50 to play, first half. Dimitrova spins into the lane, soft touch. And a timeout taken by the University of Dubuque, a 30-second break. Cardinals are just coming out with a very tenacious edge on the defensive end.
Yeah, it's not something that we've seen yet in this early season, but when you're 1-7, you got to try and do something different to try and get yourself going as a team, and it seems like they're putting a lot of emphasis on tenacious D tonight. So far it's working for them, and hopefully it's something that they can collect themselves and continue with the rest of the season.
A lot of turnovers in the open floor. It just doesn't seem like the University of Dubuque was ready for the full court press. And the Cardinals have capitalized early and often. 22-13 the score, 6:40 to play. It'll be Spartan basketball following a 30-second timeout. Almost taken away by Whipple. Dwight nearly dribbled herself into a double team. Dumped down low. Collins with it. Long pass. And a three, put up and sank by Lexi Daniels.
Good job by the Spartans to dribble out and pass out of some tough situations and get the bucket.
Great move from Dimitrova. Step through the reverse layup, good. 24-16. Cece Pope from inside the three-point line. Here we go again. A big lull, and now a flurry of offense. Dimitrova the three.
But Dimitrova says no to that lull.
She doesn't know what we're talking about. Pope got it on almost a handoff. And it's off of Pope and out of play. And substitutions will come in for both teams. 5 for Dubuque, 1 for North Central.
And we just talked about Dimitrova after the three, kind of breaking the lull on offense for the Cardinals. We haven't really seen someone take charge during those moments and say, hey, I'm going to score and get us back into the flow of the offense. So maybe it's a good sign of things to come. We'll see as the game progresses.
Whipple outside Walls. Fouled, and it's called on Tanaje Robinson.
Number 11, Tanaje Robinson, the first 13 foul. Into the game for the Cardinals, number 14, Becca Foley.
Cardinals tonight have looked Dimitrova's way a lot. 11 points, 5 of 6 shooting. Been very good. Inbound tipped and out of play. Cardinals get a new 5 seconds to work with.
And you always had that sense that Dimitrova had a good offensive arsenal to her kit. And she's really putting it on display tonight and getting the good looks at the basket.
And the pass from Rebecca Foley intended for Dimitrova. Crosses her up a bit. That ball goes out of bounds. Five minutes remaining, second quarter. Inside Gregory Arena, the Cardinals lead the Spartans 27-18. Jumper, no good. Dimitrova, the rebound, rips it away.
Looks like she might have gotten raked across the eye, but seems to be okay.
Dickerson hops three, no good. She sets herself better than anybody else I've seen so far this year.
It's just unfortunate that a lot of the times it seems that there's a lid on the basket for her.
Whipple outside, Dimitrova again. Almost. Walls hauls it in, draws the foul.
And the Cardinals were trying to ride the hot hand of Dimitrova, and one of very few misses tonight, but again, a really good look at the basket for her, and we'll probably see a lot more of that as the game goes.
5 rebounds for Walls, 7 for Vickus, who's not on the floor right now. Dimitrova, and it's a foul on the floor. She spun her way into the body of Robinson. And Dimitrova will go to the line with the University of Dubuque over the limit.
Natalie Dimitrova to the line. Shooting two.
It almost seems like the Spartans don't really have an answer for Dimitrova. She's working her way into the paint almost every time, and she's got a good enough post repertoire to get herself some space.
Cardinals now shooting under 50% from the free throw line tonight, 4 for 9. And now right back to 50%. Diamond Calicott checks in. Dimitrova will get a breather.
And if the Cardinals continue to pound the paint and get fouls and get to the line, they're going to need to start hitting those free throws, because that's what's going to extend this lead and make it an unreachable game for the Spartans. And then later in the game, you can get some players into the game that don't necessarily get a lot of time, and a lot of looks, and they can play without any pressure on them.
Nice crossover from Meyer. Kicks over to Bohr. Bounce passes it to the other Bohr. Pope kicks it out and overshoots. Bohr stepped out of bounds. Brennan with the basketball, waits patiently as the play develops, hands it off to Foley. Foley dumps it underneath Calicott, kicks it out, Walls wide open for three.
Very good ball movement on that play, and those are the kind of looks that the Cardinals try to get each and every time, and it almost seems like they struggled to get them, but when they do, man, it's a thing of beauty.
They've opened up a 13-point lead. Myers tries to make it 10. Too strong. Rebound still being fought for on the floor, and it's tied up between Brennan and Pope. And the Cardinals will take possession.
Good job by Brennan there to battle for the basketball, but also in those kind of spats, you kind of want to try and rip the ball away, and unfortunately that'd be a travel. So a good job by her to keep the play alive for her team.
Timeout taken. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be right back on NCTV 17 and on NCTV17.com. And we're back following the timeout. 3 minutes to go, first half of play. Foley with the basketball and a foul on Meyer as she came across the body and the face of Foley.
Back up, Foley to the line. Shooting two.
Foley knocks down her first. There we go, 2 for 2.
It was bound to happen eventually.
Brennan did that to open up the game, and after a bevy of missed free throws, we return to a perfect pair of free throws. Great passing. Pope snags the pass underneath. Cannot get the bucket, but will go to the free throw line. Pope, the Naperville native, playing in front of the home crowd here inside Gregory Arena. 33-18, 2:53 to play. Drops the first one.
Turning Spartans number 14, Maxine Ramos.
(33-20). Dubuque settles into a zone. Foley drives, has it knocked away. And a foul on Calicott. 4th team foul on NCC.
Returning to the Cardinals, number 3, Mason Whitmore. So UD will inbound.
over to Bohr. Bohr passes to Collins, and Collins gets past half court. Travel called on Bohr.
And the Spartans just kind of struggling to get a good, solid offensive possession going. A lot of turnovers by the Spartans here tonight.
Thrown over to Whipple. Dickerson the three, well off target, and it's corralled on the other side by Brennan. Walls a three, good for Walls the second time tonight. 16-point advantage for NCC. And Brennan trying to anticipate the entry pass. Picks up a foul, and Pope will go to the line for two.
Cardinal fouls on number 10, Lindsey Brennan, second. CC Pope to the line for two.
Misses the front end of the two free throws. The Cardinals bring in three new players in Dimitrova, O'Neal, and Reedy. Dimitrova's been the highest scoring machine tonight, 11 points.
The Cardinals will probably turn to her a lot here in the last few minutes, try and extend this lead going into the halftime.
Pope misses a pair. Dimitrova, the rebound, gets the ball here in the high post. Kicks it out. O'Neal a three. Good for O'Neal again. Third time tonight for her.
And that's what Dimitrova, playing so well here tonight, is going to open up for her teammates.
Three on the other end, knocked down by Collins. Whipple steps into one. Is there a leak in the roof? Because it's pouring in here.
Both teams just battling back and forth. Well, let's just play the last couple minutes, see who can make the most threes.
That's just a two. Somehow that feels a little disappointing. Whipple almost lost the basketball, gets it over the Walls. No way.
That one might have brought the whole roof down.
Underneath Pope, battle to get that one up, draws the foul, and it's on Walls. A fast and furious pace to finish off this first half.
CC Pope to the line for two.
Cannot hit a free throw. You can see the body language there. Not happy about it.
And, you know, playing in front of your home crowd or being back in your hometown can be a little exciting, and your nerves may get a little jumbled, and you might run into issues like that where you clank a couple free throws and maybe put a little too much on a jump shot.
O'Neal, Dimitrova goes outside. Reedy takes the three, strong off the back of the iron. Ball still loose and on the ground. Dimitrova tries to fall on top of it. And the jump ball, I think it's going to be a jump ball. We'll see what they call. They will call it a jump ball, and it belongs to Dubuque.
You like to see the hustle out of both teams, especially with one team being up by so much and one being down by so much. You still want to keep that intensity going down the stretch.
Meyer gets the long outlet pass, and there's no more shot clock, so if they want, the Spartans can take the last shot of the half.
And it'd be smart by them to hold for the last shot.
13 seconds back into the hands of Meyer. 10. She goes. Shot short. Pulled down by Dolly. Ahead to Whipple. 2. 1 has to let it go. Does. off the mark. And with that, the Cardinals go into the half up by 16, 42-26 at intermission. We'll take a break. We'll be back on the other side of halftime on NCTV 17 and on NCTV17.com.
Once you get on bars.
Here we go for the second half of basketball from Gregory Arena. The Cardinals and the Spartans playing to a 16-point affair. North Central with that advantage. And they're playing well tonight, especially from behind the arc. Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackman, Zach Bucher on NCTV 17 and on NCTV17.com. Presentation of Cardinal basketball. And North Central starting off on a shaky leg right now. It's Brennan, 3 from the corner, off the mark, and pulled down by Cece Pope. First half was a good one, Zach, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a really good half for the Cardinals. Like you mentioned, they shot really well from behind the arc, and they like to take those kind of shots. So when they're making them, you're going to see a lot of good things out of this offense. It opens up for more inside looks, which they took advantage of, and then when they're converting on the inside, it continues to open up the outside game, which they took advantage of as well, especially Natalie Dimitrova.
Has a team-high 11 points. Meyer off the glass gets the first basket of the second half. Whipple to Brennan. Floater is short, and she's 0 for 2 to begin this third quarter.
And this will be something that'll be interesting to watch for the Cardinals. They tend to get stagnant on the offensive end coming out of halves or in certain points of the game. So it's going to be up to them now, playing with a big lead, to continue their offensive pressure from the first half.
Meyer has a quick 2 baskets. And Brennan travels. So Brennan isn't having the best start to her second half. She is 0 for 2 and also has committed a turnover.
I don't expect we'll see that continue as the game progresses, but not really something you want to see, especially out of the locker room.
Meyer gets the inbound, blows right past Whipple. Over to Bohr. Bohr kicks it out to the other Bohr. And Morgan Bohr hits a 3. 9-point game when it was 16 at the half.
Now it's got to be up to someone on the Cardinals to step up and get this offense going here to start the second half.
Dessenberg loses the basketball. Meyer keeps it alive after being on the ground. Pass to Pope. Gets through, and she'll draw the foul.
Spartans playing really well here to start the half. A lot of good ball movement, a lot of good shots. And Meyer has really been the catalyst for that. Obviously the best player on this team, so it's good to see if you're a Spartans fan for that.
Timeout taken. North Central will take them into the break as well. We'll be right back on NCTV 17. Cardinals get fresh faces on the floor. Sierra O'Neal and Diamond Calicott checking into the game. Offense, like you said, has been stagnant, but the defense has also been extremely leaky in this second half as Pope hits her first of 2 free throws. Meyer has gotten to the basket at will, and in transition found Pope just a moment earlier, and that's why she's standing at the free throw line.
And it's going to be up to the Cardinals to reestablish their defense, as they played really well in the first half, just finding some struggles here early in the second half.
Into the corner with Dimitrova to the top, and Lindsey Brennan swung across to Mason Whipple. Brennan, the three. No good. Count the basket and the foul. Pope will go to the line to try and convert a three-point play. Vickus and Braun check in. Dimitrova and Whipple come off.
Something you saw out of the Spartans in the first half is that they struggled against the full court press from the Cardinals. So what they've done here to start the second half is try and push the tempo to try and break it early. And since they're trying to get into their full court press, you're having some bad defensive possessions. Some players aren't back yet, and they're getting these easy transition baskets.
Braun at the elbow. Down low, Calicott pounding away into the lane. Shot up, no good, but a foul.
And this is where the free throws that they've missed early on in the game are really going to come back to bite them. So it's up to the Cardinals to change that here in the second half and convert on these free throws.
Diamond Calicott does on the first. That is their first point of the third quarter.
Almost 3 minutes in.
Calicott splits a pair. Knocked away from Meyer, left behind. Braun on the floor, diving for it, and a jump ball will be awarded to Dubuque.
Good job there by Braun to poke it away. Just unfortunately that she couldn't come up with it cleanly, but possession arrow now points towards the Cardinals, so could be useful later on.
Three for Collins, no good, but a foul on the three-point attempt. Calicott commits the foul, and 3 free throws on tap for Collins.
And that's an unfortunate turn of events for the Cardinals. You don't really want to try and foul a shooter, especially behind the three-point line. But she'll learn from her mistake, and you know, it'll rectify itself later in the game.
4-point game, 43-39, under 7 minutes to play third quarter. And she hits all 3. Dolly a 3. Cardinals just can't buy a basket here in the third quarter. Here comes Pope leading the break. Pushes it ahead to Bohr, a jumper. No good. Ball tipped around into the hands of Braun. Good pass. Make that a bad pass to Vickus, who is open on the near side wing, racing up the floor. And the Spartans will have a chance to tie on this upcoming possession.
Cardinals really need to try and slow down their offense. They're trying to do too much, trying to hit the home run ball to get the momentum back in their favor, when really all they need to do is try and work the ball down low or work the ball around, try and get some easy baskets here.
Collins into the lane, off to Pope. Pope drives and draws a foul. The University of Dubuque is just more physical, more aggressive in this third quarter than North Central is, and it's showing as they've cut into a 16-point lead. It's down to 3, and they've done so in less than 4 minutes of play.
And it's almost as if the team swapped roles. In the first half, the Cardinals were really aggressive on defense, really physical on the offensive end. And now they've come out and they haven't really, they it's almost like they didn't expect to see that out of Dubuque, and it's really helped them get on this run and get back in the game.
It's now a 1-point affair as Pope checks out, and what a third quarter she has already had. Pope up to 11 points, mostly on free throws. 7 of 11, also has 8 rebounds. Vickus has it poked away outside. Braun with it on the far side wing. Blanketed over to Whipple. Back to Braun. Cuts into the lane. And a foul on her way to the basket is the second team foul on the Spartans. That's the third foul on Robinson. O'Neal with it. Over to Whipple. Gets a screen. Step back. 3-point shot. No good. Braun picks it up and draws a foul from Meyer.
Cardinals continue to turn to the 3-point shot when it's just not falling for them right now. They need to really try and work the ball in down low, especially now that Dimitrova is back in the game. She had a really good first half working in the post.
Offensive foul called on Braun, a moving screen. So now the Spartans can take the lead here. Dwight throws it away. I don't believe the shot clock ever started, so they need to reset it. Get it down to, I think, 28 or 27. Put it down to 28. Difference of 1 second.
Could be crucial. You never know.
Whipple over to Braun. Dump down low, Dimitrova. Shot blocked by Pope. Sierra O'Neal, the three.
And that's what the Cardinals did really well in the first half, is they worked the ball down low, and if they got a good look, they capitalized on it, and if not, they had someone open out on the wing, and it got them a better look at a 3-point shot than what they're getting here in the third quarter.
There were 50 minutes and 57 seconds left in the third quarter, apparently. That's why we have a stoppage in play right now. They put 4:57 up on the clock. That should be where we sit now. All right, let's hope that's the end of the clock malfunctions. Under 5 to play, third quarter. Cardinals already with 5 team fouls. The next one will put UD at the line for bonus. Collins can't hit the three. Fight for it. Dwight under the basket and stepped out of bounds.
Cardinals catching a break, but they really need to hunker down on the defensive boards because they're giving up a lot of second chance opportunities to the Spartans. They're just getting lucky that they aren't coming up with the ball cleanly.
Dolly, near side O'Neal, back down to Dimitrova, kicked out. Dolly a three. Good, rattles it home.
At this point in the game, you are seeing a lot of success when you're running your offense through Natalie Dimitrova. They need to continue to do that because it's working for them.
Blocking foul on Dimitrova. Didn't get set quite early enough.
Good job, though, by Dimitrova to put her body on the line and try and get her team an extra possession.
Hits her first. That was Dimitrova's second personal foul. So not quite in foul trouble yet.
But she'll need to be careful with the third looming here with 4 minutes to go in the third.
Bohr checks back in. Madison, that is. Dolly outside Whipple over to O'Neal. O'Neal continues to make it rain. She is draining threes left and right.
And it has really been crucial here tonight for the Cardinals for her to make those shots.
Dimitrova, the block strip by Whipple. Whipple lost it ahead O'Neal. Oh!
No.
Travel called on O'Neal. We were partially blocked. Tough to see from our angle.
Tough
Long
to see,
pass.
but
yeah.
You get 2 steps. I don't know.
3:30 to go, third quarter. 8-point lead for NCC. Meyer with it. Steps on the gas. Has to pass it out. Good crossover, bounce step into the lane, no good. And the ball picked up by Whipple. Over to O'Neal, spins out a 3, no good, but a foul from behind by Bohr. Was it a 3-point attempt?
I believe the ref put up 3 fingers to.
It is.
And that's a really smart play by Sierra O'Neal to recognize that the defender was coming down on her, trying to close out the passing lane. She got the ball, turned, and tried to throw one up, hoping that it would go in, but knowing that she was probably going to get fouled and go to the line. Unfortunately, misses the first.
And the second.
Returning for the Cardinals, number 31, Hannah Vickis.
I think Coach Michelle Roof is just going to have a free throw practice coming up here. You can't be missing this many free throws if you want to close out teams.
Helps that you get an offensive board. Cardinals will reset. O'Neal empty on 3 free throw attempts. Dolly a 3. All's well that ends well, I guess, right?
Bails out her teammate, and you know, sometimes that's really all you got to do when you're playing a game like basketball or anything like that. Put it on the next man to do their job.
Knocked away from Brennan and out of play. She'll track it down behind the stands. What a strip there from Lindsey Brennan. The Cardinal defense has again started to pick it up. 11-point lead, and it seems like they're feeling it.
And that's really what they fed off in the first half as well, is all of that defensive pressure that they applied. It got them turnovers, and it got them good looks at the basket.
O'Neal almost banked one in. Instead, it's Dolly coming off the opposite wing to put the second effort up and good. Pope takes the jumper, and we'll get the soft touch to have it drop. Vickis a 3. No. And Meyer the rebound. Pope hands off to Meyer, try to bank it home. Minute 45 to go. Off the top of the backboard and out of play.
Turning to the Cardinals, number 11, Michaela Reedy, and number 30, Maya Walls. Turning back in from Spartans, number 10, Kennedy Collins.
So a minute 32, and this is a tale of two different runs here in the third quarter. Dubuque came out and pulled to within one, outscoring the Cardinals by 15 over the first 4 minutes. Now the Cardinals have stretched that back out to 11.
And this is usually flip-flopped here this season. We've seen the Cardinals on the losing end of a couple of runs after coming out really strong. So it's nice to see it. Things have changed for the better.
Foul on Vickus as Collins made her way to the basket. Minute 15 to go. O'Neal having quite the night. She's done it almost exclusively. I checked that. She has done it exclusively from behind the three-point line.
And it's really provided a nice spark here tonight. I mentioned it in the first half, this team really needing someone to step up when the offense is struggling. And in the first half, it was Dimitrova, and now Sierra O'Neal really putting the pressure by making all these three-pointers.
Batted around underneath the hoop. Reedy trying to track it down. Fell out of bounds as she dove for it. O'Neal, 15 points on 5 of 9 shooting from behind the three-point line, and that's been the big difference here in the third. Minute 3 to go. Dolly also having a nice night. 8 points on 3 of 7 shooting, 5 rebounds, 4 assists.
One minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Meyer gets past both Whipple and Dessenberg. Outside Collins, backdoor cut. Underneath Pope, another good cut. Still nothing to show for it from Robinson. Foul on the floor. It's against the Cardinals. They'll go against Walls, and Dubuque will be shooting free throws.
A lot of good movement that possession for the Spartans, especially the players without the ball, and that's really what's going to get you some good open looks during an offensive possession, is moving without the basketball. It's not something that a lot of people do nowadays, but it is such a key part to this game.
Pope knocks down a pair, and Sierra O'Neal will check back into the game. She's been very good in the third. Let's see if she has a little bit more magic left in that right shooting hand of hers. Dolly thought about the shot, and she traveled. 35 seconds remaining. Shot clock resets to 30, so a 5-second difference. I think that's how math works.
Somewhat.
Inbounded to Collins, and fakes the pass to take it to the rim. Beautiful move. Pulls the Spartans to within 7. Shot clock is off. Ten seconds. 7, 6, outside. Dessenberger 3. Strong gets her own rebound, throws it up, and a foul on Meyer as she was taking the shot.
And she is none too happy about it.
Paige Dessenberg to the line, shooting 2.
Dessenberg hits the first.
Returning for the Cardinals, number 4, Hayden Braun.
.5 seconds put up on the clock instead of the .7 that we're showing when the whistle blew. 2 good free throws. And Meyer will take a few steps and launch. Misses. And they'll wave the shot off. The clock didn't start in time. Didn't matter. At the end of 3, the Cardinals lead 59-50. We'll step aside. We'll be back on the other side of the break on NCTV 17. So here we go, 10 more minutes. Separate the Cardinals from a potential second win on the season, facing a University of Dubuque team that is 2-7. So either way, one of these two teams is walking away with an 8th loss. North Central hoping that's not them. Dimitrova pushing her way into the lane. No good on the shot. Three, in and out, no good. Offensive board, Collins, and a foul on O'Neal.
Good try there by O'Neal to try and throw the shot off. Thought she might have gotten a clean block, but maybe just a little too much contact on the shot attempt. So.
Boy, free throws have not been kind to either team tonight. O'Neal shot fakes and drives into the lane. The floater good. Yeah! 61-50. A block, but a foul again. Dimitrova this time gets called for the whistle.
From foul number 22, Dimitrova, the third, second team foul.
Yeah. Spartans will go to the line now for their 27th and 28th attempts. But both teams not really shooting too well from the line. Both at a share, I can't speak.
Just shy of 60%.
Just shy of 60%. There you go.
I knew what you were trying to say. The schmidge.
Schmidge.
Splits a pair there. Outside Whipple, over to Dimitrova. And a foul on the floor against Robinson, working against O'Neal.
Spartan foul number 11 to Najee Robinson, her fourth. First team foul for one.
Very foul-heavy game. Already 3, and we're just past a minute to go in the fourth quarter. It's thrown towards the sideline. O'Neal keeps it from going out of bounds, throws it right to Robinson, who waits for help. Finally finds Myers, kicks it out. Pope loses it on the floor, throws it out, and it's Meyer with it, and she'll reset with 17 seconds on the shot clock. Robinson heaves one up, gets it to go. O'Neal, 3, straight away, just off to the right. 8-point game. Lost the basketball. Pope bumps Whipple coming the other way. And it's a second foul on the team. So now both teams have 2.
Ready for the Cardinals, number 12, Jessica Dowd.
As you mentioned, very foul-heavy fourth quarter to start. I don't know if that was necessarily a foul, not much contact, but the referees beg to differ.
Very touchy tonight with the whistle. O'Neal, near side wing, has 5 threes in the game. Gets a pass to Dolly, through to Whipple. 3 for the senior, no. Dimitrova has it go through her hands, and Robinson plucks it away. Meyer gets blocked by Dimitrova underneath Pope, and Pope draws the foul. And that might be Dimitrova's 4th, if I'm not mistaken.
Cardinal foul number 22, Emily Dimitrova, her 4th. 13 fouls. Full timeout, Dubuque.
Timeout, Dubuque. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be right back on NCTV 17. Diving into the stats of this game, the Cardinals and the Spartans have combined to commit 37 personal fouls. More free throws coming from CC Pope here. Can't hit the first. If either team was able to hit their free throws tonight, it would be a whole different game.
Especially considering that the Spartans have taken 10 plus more free throws than the Cardinals.
The offensive board goes the Spartans' way, over to Collins on the wing. Little give and go. Shot, no good. Pope make that. That was Robinson the rebound. The 3, no good again from Collins. Long pass, Vickus kicks it out, nobody home. Game seems to be speeding up. Both teams shooting exactly 33% from the floor. Cardinals have just hit more threes, 13 on 44 shots. They've only taken 13 two-point field goals.
It's a big difference, but that's how this Cardinal offense functions.
Meyer lofts a three, no good. Ball tapped around on the floor, and a jump ball, I believe, goes UD's way.
Returning from the Cardinals, number 30, Maya Walls.
Pope takes a long two, no good. Did touch the rim, so a fresh shot clock as Pope backs her way home. And a foul on the floor. And who's this going to be on? Vickus, that is her second, and Pope goes to the line again.
Cardinals really need to start boxing out, giving up a lot of offensive rebounds here late in the game, and you can't do that.
They will say Pope will not go to the line, was not in the act of shooting. She's been busy tonight, 11 rebounds, but perhaps more importantly, 15 free throw attempts and a foul on Mason Whipple. Nope, it is on Calicott, and she will walk off the floor with her 5th personal foul. And now Meyer will go to the free throw line.
Abby Meyer on the line, shooting 2.
Back to a 6-point game. Deep entry pass into the post to Walls, blocked by Bohr. Meyer swings it to the corner, down low to Bohr. Loses it on the floor. And the Cardinals will be awarded the jump ball, I believe, or will this be a foul? No, it is a jump ball. It's getting physical. The game has also slowed down tremendously in this final quarter.
Yeah, very physical fourth quarter. Both teams trying to battle and get themselves a W here tonight.
O'Neal can't hit the layup. Track down Vickus over to Walls to Brennan. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Down to 3. Whipple, 4-3. Strong. Vickus the board. And was she in the act of shooting? Is the question as Myers came down on her back. They're going to say no. I thought that was a pretty heads-up play from Hannah Vickus.
I agree, and a good job by her to get the offensive board and get her team another 30 seconds.
That is the 4th foul on Meyer. So she'll have to sit until the final stretch run. Pope and Bohr also take a seat. Outside O'Neal. Walls traveled. Cardinals cough it up. 5:14 to play in the 4th quarter, and the Cardinals lead by 6.
And that's not something you can have here in the final stretch, especially with the other team's best player off the court for some time now. The Spartans' offense seems to flow a lot better when Meyer is on the court.
Dwight puts one into the crux of the rim, gets her own offensive rebound. Kicks it out, and a 3 ball. In and out, no good. Whipple gets the rebound. Vickus to O'Neal. 3 for O'Neal, no. Walls battles for the rebound. And it's UD's ball. Here comes Robinson. 3 from Collins is off the mark. Whipple scrambles, but stepped on the end line.
You can't have these late turnovers. Like the hustle, but got to be smart with the basketball.
4:15 to go. Down low, good positioning in the post for Robinson, who has to pass out. Dwight to the rim. O'Neal again from 3. This time she knocks it through. First points of the 4th quarter after 5 threes through the first 3. Popped up and knocked out of play by O'Neal. That is a big-time shot for North Central.
Absolutely. And she's been hitting them all night. Maybe missed on a couple, but she's stuck with it. And that's what shooters do. They keep shooting until they find their groove, and she found her groove here tonight. And it's really, really helped elevate the Cardinals' offense.
Pope passes out of the high post. Now she's alone behind the 3-point line. Shot long. Vickus keeps it in play, but throws it out of bounds. .315 as Dwight drives, goes across the lane. Pope shot short. O'Neal gets fouled on her way up the floor.
Good defense by Vickus to stay nice and tall and keep her hands up and not commit the foul on CC Pope.
Bench warning, Dubuque.
O'Neal to Braun. Braun drives, kicks. O'Neal short. Braun collects. Shot up. Good. Nine-point game with under 3 to go. Outside, and Bora 3. Brendan the rebound. Stuck in the trees. And the Cardinals trying to call a timeout. And she will be awarded. Michelle Roof did call loud enough. And she was trying to call the timeout, and it's the official on the near side that gives it to him. A full timeout. We'll take one with him. We'll be back on NCTV 17. Following the timeout, the Cardinals with the basketball. Taken away by Dwight, stripped Whipple into the open floor. Shot good. Bad time for a turnover. Maya Walls gets it over to Whipple, all alone on the far side, dumps it underneath Dimitrova. Kicks it out to Walls. Long pass into the hands of O'Neal. Whipple to Dimitrova. Dimitrova drives the shot, no, but a foul called on Pope.
Good drive there by Dimitrova. I don't know so much about the foul, but if you're the Cardinals, you'll take it in this situation.
Fourth foul on Pope.
Shooting two.
Can't hit the first.
These are the free throws that you gotta hit. The early ones may not seem to matter, but the late ones will kill you.
Misses a pair. That one will go. And UD within 5. Dimitrova, near side Brennan, backdoor cut, Dolly gets walloped underneath the basket and goes down in a heap. Got whacked in the face.
Yeah, she was coming over, good cut, but Collins just rock steady underneath the basket.
Somebody will have to shoot free throws for her. And they'll substitute Foley. Or will they? And they're going to force the Cardinals to put somebody who is already at the table on the free throw line, and that'll be Paige Dessenberg.
Shooting two.
Dessenberg has hit a couple tonight, so.
Hits another. Victus will check in, Dimitrova out. Minute 32 to play. Every point's going to matter from here on out. Dessenberg knocks through a pair. Clutch.
Yes, very big shots, given the situation for the Cardinals.
Meyer drives, and nobody on the other end of that pass. Bohr cut in from left to right, and a timeout taken. Dubuque will talk it over. We'll step aside. We'll be back in a minute on NCTV 17. Seven-point lead for NCC. Minute 15 to play. Brennan with the basketball gets it across to Whipple. Whipple throws it across to Braun. Braun takes a quick three. Almost ended the game in a hurry instead. Doesn't waste enough clock. And the Cardinals left scratching their head on the bench. Collins takes a three. No good. Dimitrova the rebound. Throws it ahead to Braun. And Braun defers to Whipple.
Don't have to do too much here in this possession. Just hold the ball, get a good shot up, try and score if you can.
Long pass, O'Neal over to Whipple. Underneath, Brennan puts up a shot, rolls it in. 1 second difference between game clock and shot clock. Underneath, Pope, no good. Dimitrova the rebound. And it looks like Dubuque will allow North Central. No, they won't. I take that back. 18 seconds left, they foul. Whipple, she'll go to the line. And that should do it.
Yeah, that shot by Lindsey Brennan all but pretty much sealed the deal here for the Cardinals. Going to be kind of tough. Come back 9 points down with 18 seconds left. And the Cardinals shooting free throws after every foul.
One of two from the line, thrown ahead. The three, no good, off the bottom of the rim. Ball twisting out of play, picked up, thrown around to Meyer underneath the three-point line. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Brennan, and that will do it. North Central defeats the University of Dubuque 71-61. Having to fend off a pesky Spartan team that pulled to within one after trailing by 16 at the half. It's a good win, a good response from the Cardinals.
Yeah, given the last couple of games scoring under 50 in both those contests, to come out here, reset yourself, come out aggressive in the first half. Yes, they had their struggles to start the second half, but what good teams will do is they'll respond to those in a positive way. Spartans got back to within 1 point. Cardinals responded and never relinquished the lead here tonight.
Next time we'll have women's basketball in the air on NCTV 17. It's going to be a while. January 10th when they host Milliken, and then they host Wheaton 3 days later. Until then, we'll see you next time, everybody here. I want to thank our color man, Zach Bucher, our on-site producer and cameraman, Sean Laban, and our studio man, Caleb Donaldson. I'm Kevin Jackman saying so long. We'll see you next time on NCTV 17.